Aditya Dalmia. He is the founder and CEO. So now to understand your business size, I would like to know what is your volume of business in a month or in a year?
If you just want to ask me about e-commerce, then the volume is about 10 lakhs a month sales, but I do a lot of B2B businesses also, which is then 50 tons about a month.
So in near future, do you have any plans to introduce a new item?
Yeah, so we intend to bring more flavors first of all, and then there is cashew spread and butter, which is going around. So we want to go there, and we are exploring how to develop more things based out of cashew. So like peanut has peanut butter, and there is bars. So can we add something like that? There is vertical development that we are looking at. So let's see how it comes out. We are not have a product in our hand, but we're working on it.
So when it comes to this cashew nut, what grade is mostly purchased by you? What grade?
So Indian market has two segments. One is the broken segment where the horeca plays, where all the weddings and the functions happens and the curry making is, so the broken goes into that. And then there is the premium market, which is the retail segment. So the entire variety from 320 to 2-piece to LWP and small pieces, everything is required. And when you look at exports from India, there is a huge cashew which gets out of India also. So that is also we want to cater. We are not into there yet, but we want to cater.
When you're having a variation of sellers, so there will be so much mix of origins will be there. And do you see any variations in the same grade from one process to another?
It's a huge variation. There is no standardized in the entire cashew industry. Every company has their own standard of defining the grades. So there is a huge variation. So whenever the cashew we buy comes to us, we then do regradation of the processed cashew. We grade into our variety of cashews, and then from every processor that we buy, we grade into a particular variety. We grade into multiple varieties, and then we sell it to the buyer from ours. And that is how we try to maintain the quality of that. So we can't like come have the cashew and just sell it like that. We have to regrade at that point because there is no standardization. The gradation depends from not just one region. From one region, if there are 10 companies, all 10 companies will have different gradation system.
So when it comes to the food safety, what are all the food safety at your plant you are actually handling right now in terms of machinery, be it a machinery or any other?
So these days, the technology in cashew has improved quite a bit, and there are automated machine where there is no requirement of man touch in the product. And completely automation, so the good hygiene practices, good manufacturing practices, ISO certification, and everything is there that we maintain the food safety of the product. And certification is obviously there. And with the help of technology, you're bringing a lot more of technology, and the world is growing technologically very advanced, very fast. So technology is the only key driver which can help you maintain the food safety of the product.
Sir, and when it comes to this purchasing activity, per year, how much you purchase from the processor, sir, to understand your volume?
So we require about 50 tons a month, including the all variety from broken to wholes. So broken has about 70% in the 50 tons, like 35 tons is broken, and 15 tons is about the wholes. So we have a panel of 20 vendors from we buy this 50 tons.
So are you also involved in export business?
We have not yet started exporting, but we are probably starting this year only.
Could you please give us a brief on your technology, because we want to understand some upgraded technology which you installed, which is unique, if you can highlight something.
Cashew in itself as a process, it's not very unique. What you can do is where the manpower was consumed more, where there was hand touch, you have automated that process. That has been done in India also and outside. So, but the technology or the system remains the same. You haven't really changed the system. Only the number of manpower required has reduced, and the hand touch is reduced. So, either I explain you the flowchart again, or this is the simplest way I can put it into.
What do you expect from the RCN processors? In which, how they can add value to you in terms of their deliverable?
I think the entire industry needs to standardize the product. I think that's the biggest demand from any buyer, from any processor. Please standardize your product. If you say it's W240, then ensure it is W240. It's not SW240, plain W240, plain 240. There should not be variation in the gradation system. Whatever you say, deliver that only. Don't do miscalculation. Plus, the industry has to have the same norms. Of course, it's a commodity, it's an agro product. So every time there is a new agriculture crop which you are using, with the change in the crop, there will be slight changes, which everybody would understand. But a W240 from a company and a W240 from a B company, it has a lot of variation. So that variation has to reduce.
So I want to know from you, what is your target centers?
So what these companies are doing is that they are coming out with their own product. It's very challenging for a new company or a brand to establish their own product in these modern trade. All of these have started their own product. So it's very challenging. Probably in few years time, no private label will be able to put their products over there. D2C is very competitive. This is very competitive. So selling and creating a brand is becoming very challenging. So we are right now focusing most on East because North and West is already very clustered and a lot of competition is there. So we are focusing East of India where the players are lesser. There is a huge gap in the market. We're trying to capture that.
It was so pleasant for us to understand about the product, and he is also having a vision to convert this cashew as a snacking item in India instead of considering an ingredient. And so pleasant to have you, sir, today, and we are so happy.